Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I've looked into Sunless Sea, by the way. Doesn't seem like my kind of game, and even if I was to play it, I probably wouldn't play it on stream because it seems to be quite I don't know. I think you know what I mean. You know what I mean. How's it going today? How's everyone doing? I'm wearing red. I don't often wear red. Looks like I'm bleeding. Looks like I got shot. Is the bullet holes? All right. All right. All right. Got the shield. Got the. Don't have the chime. Need those. Okay, sorry. Just getting my list of shit together. Okay, because today, I'm gonna be doing like a chill, kind of relaxing stream today. We're not gonna do a fight club today. It's the pro streamer. It's me. I have my webcam and everything set up today. Yeah, today's just gonna be a relaxing one. I need to farm some shit for the next like fight club ting. You know, I gotta get this miracle. And to do that, I gotta get 30 proof of Concords kept. So there are enemies that drop them. And it's a 3% drop chance. But that's fine. Because I already dropped quite a few. I need 20 more. Hey, thank you for the 1 year. Thank you for that 1 year, Mr. Burr. Murber. Does anyone know when the next when the DLC comes out? They officially release it in a couple days, right? All right. So, anyway, hey, strong 5. Oh, look at him go! Look at him come in and swinging his big 26 months. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get some music on. I'm just gonna have like a chill day. We're gonna be a chill boy today. Cause I gotta grab these items. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. All we're gonna do for like the next. This will probably take like an hour, I think, probably. I need to get 20 of these things, right? And they occasionally drop from these guys. So all I have to do...
Hey, the dude is staying around.
Hey, dude. It's the dude. It's the dude. Thank you. Thank you for staying around. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 11 months. This is this is pretty much what it's gonna be. So, an hour? Well, statistically speaking, it will take an hour. I got 10 last night, and that took me about 20 minutes. So yeah, to get 20 more, I'd say it's gonna be an hour tops. Oh. Can't you invade for them? You can invade for them, and I am scanning for invades too right now. But as a... Don't be a person. I literally have it on. Hey, if you're gonna talk shit, at least be correct. Do you know what I mean? At least don't be an idiot. You can. I have the Covenant on right now, and you can see it's flashing. You goddamn idiot. So oh, look at that heavy roll, dude. I have no weight. But these guys drop them semi-regularly. Supposedly it's a 3% drop, but I don't believe that it's that low. Yeah, if only they did work consistently. We were on Discord, right, after one of my streams when I was trying to start this farm. And I was like, could some of you guys come to this part in the game and just kind of like chill? And we had people in Discord who were like, ready to be invaded, and they weren't getting invaded, but they were free. They were like within my level. It literally doesn't like, it doesn't work consistently for sure. It took you 3 days. Did they increase the drop rates? I don't know. All I know is that yesterday I started with like none, and now I have 10. So, and I really wasn't here for that long. And on one of the times, hold up. One of the times, that first guy, he dropped one. The second one didn't, but there's also a third one. But, it doesn't seem like going to that third one is worth it. It seems like it's just faster to reset here. But that guy can drop them too, and he dropped one for me. Is that actual headgear? Yeah, it's a rare drop from the mimics. All right, so here's the thing, right? Let me show you this bullshit. I didn't have a symbol of avarice on any of my characters, right? So one of my Discord users, one of my subs, I believe it was Toast, he gave me one, right? And I didn't wear it, obviously, but every other mimic I fought in the game after that has dropped one, okay? And they're like rare drops. So yeah, it's pretty nuts. You killed so many mimics to get it? Yeah, I killed like a bunch and I've never seen it drop, and then like on this file, all of them are dropping it. I know, like every single one was just dropping them, and I was like, all right. Every time it dropped, I was like, sure, all right. There we go. See, there's one. So it's supposedly a 3% drop, but you know, I'm not convinced. Maybe I should have like a tally. So we're on 11, and we need 30. How much item discovery do I have? I've got, I'm popping coins. Obviously, I've got the symbol of avarice. Ah, fuck. Sometimes you get unlucky like that. I've got the symbol of avarice. I'm popping coins. I've got the crystal rapier. And I've got the gold serpent ring. So I've got like, obviously these are rusted coins. They're not like the full coins, but this is like, I believe this is like the maximum amount of item find you can have with items. I don't think there are any more items that do it. So I came up with like the good strat to beat them. But that first one, he's always the hardest one. This one always sidesteps to, or most of the time he'll sidestep to the left afterwards. Usually what I'll do is I'll run up. I'll try and get it this time. I'll run up, and he'll do his like javelin dash, his like thunder dash, and I'll catch him with my hitbox at the like just before he hits me, like this. There we go. And then I'll get this swing. See, he'll either sidestep to the left or he puts his shield up. If he puts his shield up, then things can get really unlucky, depending on how he moves and how this guy decides to come in. Like that. And I'm going to die because I got the symbol of avarice on it. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you just get unlucky. Yeah, I guess I could reallocate my stats, but I don't really want to like farm Rosaria's fingers. Like I don't care too much. Like this isn't gonna take that long. I sat through 4,000 soft resets of Alpha Sapphire. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. That's too late. Yeah, it's fine. As long as I get my souls, because I got like 400k here. I should probably go spend them. Right, that should be a good kill. Go. And then this guy is never a problem. He always does what I want. Like he'll sidestep left and he gets killed. 1 pail? I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5, my man. Shield of 1. But then I have to... I have the crystal rapier. But here's the thing, I've only got 2 slots, and I also need to actually kill them. So, and I can't kill them with the crystal rapier, because that shit doesn't do enough damage. Big shame. Oh, it's 5 times per NG? Okay. Also, I don't think the Shield of One gives you item drop. I think it gives you soul drop. Also, I keep forgetting to pop coins. So that's a problem. Hey, you tried. It gives you more souls, yeah. That's the, it's like the Shield of Want gives you more souls, as does the, there's a staff that drops from the, it's this staff here, let me show you it. This staff gives you more soul drop.
I can't donate more than 1 man. What is this?
Well, well, there we go. You are dueling at the top for that top bit. Yo, my man. Oh! Sometimes you have to, like... I never know. I never know, okay? Because... Oh, shit, I didn't pop my coin either. Okay, sorry. There's information overload. I just got a fucking fat bit. Oh, alright. And here's the rest. Alright.
Here is the rest because WTF.
My problem with bits, right? And it's not a problem. Thank you, by the way. I struggle to... That's incredible. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. I struggle to, like... When I get, like, the big bit donations, I always feel like it's almost a bit like... How do I explain? You see, like, 10,000 bits, right? And it takes me a while to understand in my head that that's real money. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, it's $100. That's $100 I just got given. Thank you. So, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the stream. And I believe that we're gonna get through this together, okay? This farming, it won't take too long. I now have the... Now that I've been given a lot of money, I really feel like I can get through it, so thank you. Anyway, oh yeah, I asked the other day, by the way, do you guys want me to get, like, custom bit animations? Because, like, it doesn't really matter to me. I kind of like the default bits, but if we can come up with some stuff, then I'm absolutely down to try. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you didn't have to spend too much. I know that bits are kind of a bit extortionate. Get it? Little pun. Little pun. God, I am not worth that donation. Be funny, streamer. Be funny. Tell a joke, streamer. The default looks nice. That's what I'm saying. I think the default bits look really nice, like the animations and shit. Oh, that was way too early. He didn't even do his Thunder Rush. Thunder! Yeah! No. Can I have mod now? It doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. You just want another badge. I have a notepad with list of potential mods, and it's quite stacked up, okay? There are many community members who have shown themselves to be upstanding citizens, and they've made the shortlist. I can't buy bits because it's via PaySafe. What even is PaySafe? There are so many things that I just don't know. Like, I use PayPal for near enough everything. You can use PayPal for like everything now. Like, I buy my plane tickets with PayPal, and then I don't have to pay tax. because it just goes out of PayPal. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do have to pay tax, but... What am I farming? I'm farming proof of Concord Kept. It's a covenant item. It's a covenant badge that you get for killing an invader as a Dark Moon person. Like you invade to defend someone's world. But these guys also drop them. They have a very low drop chance. But so that's why I've got all these item find items on, like the symbol of avarice and the crystal rapier and the gold serpent ring. I need to get 30, and I have 11. So we're almost halfway there. So there we go. Did I use a coin? I did use a coin. Tax evasion. No, it's I get it's strange the way that tax works with PayPal if you're not a US citizen. It's something like PayPal, I don't know, but they did actually, PayPal sent me an email recently and they were like, it's been a couple years since we've updated your info, so once you've received like X amount of transactions on your account, we're gonna need to go over that again. And I'm just like, fuck, that's gonna be like really stressful because now that I live in the US, I know that there's like special PayPal rules for the IRS, but like I don't know if those apply to me. Oh, here we go. I'm being summoned to someone else's world. If this is one of you guys, please just let me do the thing. Oh, is this a fight club? What's that? Why do I always see that? Is that like to show that he's the guy I'm supposed to be killing? Just gonna buff myself up, don't mind me. Oh, I actually don't have this on either. Who am I supposed to be killing? Can I target this person? Yeah. Oh, he's lagging too. This is gonna be good. Nothing like a lagging man. Nothing like a laggy pyromancer. How did that not hit? How'd that not hit? I hate this game, dude. I hate PvP in this game. Don't clap for me. You literally... Bruh! My sword... He was just standing there, and my sword just goes through him, and it's like, nah, nah. Don't worry about it, Dark Souls 3. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about making your PvP service actually good. Don't worry about doing that, please. That would be too much work. Carry on. It's very fun. It's very fun, this key component of your game, the PvP. It's really fun that the tick rate is so terrible that you can literally swing a sword through a static guy and it doesn't connect. Mamma mia, that's a spicy video game, huh? Yeah, the McDonald's internet. This dude literally pulled up to fucking Starbucks and was like, right, I'm gonna play some Dark Souls 3 online. Was full horseshit. Dark Souls PvP isn't for everyone. Listen, I'm fine with the Dark Souls PvP, but like, what I can't stand is that the game fucking, like, the connection is always garbage. Like, you never get a good connection with someone. So like, rolling is just like overpowered. People just roll, you'll attack them, and then they'll roll like a second later, and it will count, and you'll just be like, alright. Gave me a nice cycle. Thank you. To be invaded? Well, here's the thing. I don't invade you. I invade invaders. Does that make sense? You have to be invaded by someone else, and then I have to come protect you. That's how it works. But then if you get like a fucking McDonald's internet guy like that, then it just becomes miserable, because it's like, I'm never gonna get to kill this guy, because... I mean, you guys saw. What's up? What's up? Hey, got a proof. There we go. We're on 12. All right, hold on. Janie needs me. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. What's up? Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Janie dropped a candle, and there's like wax all over her stuff, so I'll be right back. Yep. Alright. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I gotta do some Googling real quick for the wife. Best way to clean spilled wax. Spilled hot wax. Scrape away excess wax. Then apply heat with a blow dryer with soapy water to remove the residue. Okay. Alright, so what you're doing now is pretty good. Hello. There's nothing I can do to help. Right, let's carry on. And anyway, so those are the reasons why this Covenant kind of sucks. Because it's so reliant on... It's reliant on invades, which are always kind of finicky. And then... Basically, with this Covenant, you're always going to have at least, like, 2 other people in the game. So you're pretty much guaranteed to have, like, shite connection, right? Because people play with, like, potato connection all the time. Not going to help clean wax. Listen, between you and me, I got a job to do myself. I can't be taking 20 minutes out to... As harsh as it sounds. Like, it's honestly, like, it's just... There's, like, a... Most of it went on the keyboard, which is obviously just going to be thrown away. And then the rest of it's, like, on the desk. And then there's, like, a little splashes on her screens. So... It's not... There's a little bit on our headset, too. Like, we're going to have to replace some stuff, but... It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Why did I do a jump attack? That was weird. Do I secretly play League? No. Hell no. Hell nah. Can you go somewhere where there's more players? Whoa! Whoa! I dropped a whole set. No. It doesn't work like that. It's like, it works globally. So, I can be anywhere in the world in the game, and I'll be summoned anywhere in the world if there's like a red or an Aldrich. It's supposed to be if there's an Aldrich, but it also works for reds. Wow, they both walked left. They both cooperated. Very good RNG. It doesn't only summon you to this place. I've been summoned to the DLC area. That was the last summon I completed. This guy, I got summoned to the DLC area, and then I watched the red like slip off. He like walked off, and then he died, and I was like, oh, cool. He cooperated again. I don't believe it. Ah, there's always one, isn't there? The new Justice League trailer. Okay, so here's the thing. After Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman, I have literally 0% trust that they know what they're doing with any of that IP. Zack Snyder is a fucking scam artist, my man. Zack Snyder is a fucking hack. He doesn't deserve all the praise he gets. Not even slightly. You enjoyed Suicide Squad? That's like... Here's the thing. That's an incorrect opinion, my man. Suicide Squad is like... It's like watching a fan edit of a movie. Because it just feels like there's so much missing. But that's because the movie was edited by a trailer company. They'd never done a movie before. So that's why the trailers were really good. And then the movie sucked because they edited the movie as if it was like a trailer. It was just like non sequitur after non sequitur. You can enjoy the movie for like... Yeah, I mean like... I enjoy like Marvel movies. Like Spider-Man 2 is like a really bad movie. But I got to see Spider-Man do the thing. Hey, we got a thingy. So... Good movie? No. Did I enjoy it? Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that luck. We just got 2. You didn't sleep for this? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did kind of imply that I wouldn't be doing Fight Club today, though. Fucking hell, man. I hate the slow roll. What place do dark spirits invade? I don't know. I don't know what the PvP life's about. I think people just stopped, like myself included. People have kind of lost faith in the invade system working, so people just farm the enemies that drop the stuff. Because it really is like, I get to protect an invader. Sorry, I get to protect from an invader maybe once every 2 hours, I'd say, is like my observed invade. And that's standing in an area where I can be summoned for like 2 hours straight. The problem is there's too many Aldrich Faithfuls here. You'd think, right? But here's the thing. I don't get summoned that much. It's really weird. I hope that for the... If they do make another Dark Souls, which I know they said they wouldn't, but if they do, I really hope they make like the... I'm gonna die here, I think. I hope that they make the... Yeah. Unlucky. I hope that they make either the online actually good, like the tick rate and stuff, because it's so shit. Thank you for the 2 months, Varric. I appreciate it. Either that, or the Covenants don't require PvP, and there's an alternate way that doesn't involve tedious farming. What the fuck? You like jumped down from the ceiling. Because this is the only way to get these things other than invading. And of course the invades never happen. So if I want my spell, which I really do, this is what I have to do. Hey. So it's kind of shit. And we all know my opinions on the online in this game. The online would be so good if the connection was good. Like, if they had a good tick rate, it would be so good. But it doesn't, so rip. My favorite is when you swing the sword, blood splashes from the enemy, and they still like don't get hit. That's my favorite, I think. Love me some Dark Soul. Damn, another Concord. See, look, this drop rate is really good. Well, not really good, but... What spell do I want? The miracles from this, this Covenant. That was a bit too early. He's gonna do another one, so I walk to the right. Backstab. These guys drop a lot of souls too. Ah, I think he's gonna get kicked off the edge. No, okay, good. PvP is entirely different with low ping. I imagine playing locally, like if you could play LAN PvP, it would be sick. But it would be like a lot of mind games. Cooperate. I started watching Marvel's Iron Fist on Netflix, okay? And I like it, but the fight choreography isn't fantastic, I have to say. It's quite not believable. Which is weird, because I always thought that Marvel do that quite well. Like, with, like, Daredevil's fight scenes were so good. These ones are kind of lackluster. I can see why people would dislike it. I need to like watch the whole thing though. I need to. I really like the Marvel Netflix series. Like they're usually really good, so. Yeah, I'm wearing the ring. Really don't like when he puts his shield up like that. Although, when he puts his shield up, we can just get a free backstab, so I guess that's the strat. Oh, I didn't actually think that would hit. Yeah. Iron Fist is definitely the weakest one thus far. Let's just say that. It's definitely weak. The script is quite weak. Like, the dialogue between characters has been really weak as well. It's definitely a step down. Does it have, like, a different writers? Because the writing is quite shite. I didn't play Shadow of Mordor. A lot of people were like, yeah, you should play that. And then I was kind of like, oh no. Because I think that came out. I know it didn't come out around the same time as The Witcher 3, but I just didn't pay attention to that game. And then when people were telling me to play it, I had The Witcher 3, and I was like, okay, let's just face it, this game is not better than The Witcher 3, so I'm not going to waste my time. Bruh. Slow roll is kank, dude. I'm gonna put all these points in a... No. No. I think I'm gonna grab these souls and quickly go spend them. And put points in equip rate so I didn't have this fucking slow roll anymore. I have watched Jessica Jones. I really like Jessica Jones. A lot of people are like, nah, fuck that, but I liked it. I'd say Daredevil, the first season of Daredevil is probably the strongest. And then the first half of Luke Cage was really good. The second half got a bit weird. It was alright though. I really liked Jessica Jones. That was good. Right. There we go. Now I shouldn't have that disgusting fat roll, hopefully. Hey. I once ran a parry build. Dude, that sounds miserable. Parry PvP build. I tried to parry maybe like 3 invaders, and then I was like, do you know what? You just can't. You just can't. It's like, it's not about timing. It's like you have to have good... Well, it's like, it's more luck than it is good timing, because it's like, is the server going to gimp out? Is this guy going to lag? Am I actually going to get the hit? Who knows? I like doing assassin stuff in video games. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of over that kind of video game, I think. You have to know the delay. Yeah, exactly. You're excited for Defenders. Yeah, Defenders hopefully should be good, because it's Netflix. But I don't know. I'm worried that the hey, you got a thing. I'm worried that I'm gonna watch all of the Iron Fist and then be like, yeah, this was kind of ass. And I don't want to feel that way. I want it to be a good video game. How much is laser eye in the US? I don't actually, that's not information that I retain. You should, that's probably better, you're better off searching Google or yeah. Doesn't seem like an issue you should be asking a Twitch streamer about. Do you know anything about lazy eyes and laser eye surgery? I really need your opinion on this. Believe it or not, I'm not actually an optician. I know I do give off that optician vibe, but that's not what I'm about. If you guys came to the stream expecting, you know, like, tips and tricks about keeping your eyes good, sorry, you were misled. I don't know how you got hold of this information, but I'm sorry. We watched a documentary last night in my Discord. Well, not my Discord, in a Discord. In Uberdanger's Discord. About furries. And there was this one guy who's like the leader of, he runs one of the furry conventions, and he's a fucking nut job, my man. He is like, I know people like often refer to Hitler, and people like, oh, Trump's like Hitler. This guy was actually like Hitler. Like, this guy is a fucking madman. He's a mad cunt. He was like, yeah, he's just got this really weird, like, them versus us mentality, and, like, he's in this big, respected position, and he thinks that he speaks for, like, the whole of every, like, all of furries, like, the furry fandom, and it was kind of like, the documentary at first just started out like it was, you know, about some furries, but then it kind of became, it all kind of started circling around this one fucking guy, and, like, different types of furries and what they have to say about the mainstream furry stuff, because this guy is basically like, this guy, his name is Uncle Kage, okay, and he's like the leader of the furries, if you will, but he's like, he thinks he's a lot smarter than he is, and he thinks he's like really well spoken and shit, but he's actually nuts. And basically he's butthurt that people think that furry is just a sex thing. But it's like, in reality, no one really thinks that. It's just the media being the media, and obviously everyone knows that it's not all about that. That's great, Trex. Thank you for that. Thank you for your insight, as always.
I like the word poop because when you say poop, your mouth makes the same motion as your butthole does when you
Butthole! Hold up, I need to skip this song. There we go. Hey, Kurt, thanks for the host, my man. Alright, so anyway, so in this documentary, it's kind of like, you have the furries who are like, the media is gonna say what the media says, because obviously being a furry isn't just a sex thing. We're all adults, we know that there are people who it is a sex thing for, and they're probably not the majority. I think we're all fucking aware of that. But this guy is so insecure about being labeled as one of those people that he's like, he doesn't let media come to his events in case someone tries to like paint furries in a bad light. And I know you might say, well, that just sounds good, but like, this guy is actually crazy. He was saying like, he literally said like, oh, and if you want to talk bad about furries, I'll take you behind and I'll skull fuck you and I'll rape you. And everyone was like cheering and stuff. And this is like at a convention in like at a panel. He said this on a panel. He said like, I will rape people who are like against furries, and everyone was like cheering. And I was like, you can't say that. Like, that's literally like a politician being like, if people don't want to vote for me, I'm going to take them behind and we're all going to beat them up and skull fuck them. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, he's actually insane. And he's like this old man. So like, he's got that kind of like, everyone's like, oh, he's old, so, you know, you got to respect him. But he's actually just a fucking nut. He's nuts. He reminded me of Hitler. Like, he had this really them versus us, and if they try and fuck with us, we'll kill them. Like, it was bizarre. And I was like, you understand that that's like much worse. Like, you are not... This guy, he tries to be like... The people who praise him are like, oh, he's an upstanding member. He's what all furries should look to be. And I was like, no, definitely not. And then like the documentary followed like other people who don't believe in his kind of like... Because there's like a tear in the furry community because of this guy. Because he's basically like... You know, if people openly discuss their sexuality to do with the furry fandom, then he kind of like alienates you from that shit. So he's basically like anyone who expresses their sexual nature. He wants to like get rid of that because he doesn't want to be seen, and that's where it is. There was this one clip where he was like, I don't want to be seen like that, and it was just kind of like, oh, okay, so all this is just because you don't. It's all about your image. He doesn't act like, here's the thing, he doesn't actually care. He just doesn't want to be seen as a pervert, and that's it. Like, that's all it is. So you're a furries expert now? No, but I'm not. My knowledge on furries isn't based entirely around this documentary. I have grown up with friends who are furries, believe it or not. My best friend is she doesn't wear fursuits, but I know she is a furry. And then I also have had friends who do wear fursuits. Like, I understand like the furry I get it. I wouldn't do it, but I get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I get it. But that guy was a fucking nut job, my man. The documentary was called Personas, I think. I really recommend it. It was a good documentary. Where do you live? I mean, like, I started going to conventions at like 13, 14. Actually, no, I think it was 15. But you know what I mean? So like, obviously, I was exposed to those kind of things. Like, they just, like, furries are just people who have, like, an OC that they may see as them, they may not see as them. And it's more like, they just like to roleplay at conventions. Obviously, they're not always in their fursuit. But yeah. Alright, how many do we have? I think that's 16. 18, hell yeah. So yeah, but this one guy, he was a dangerous psychopath, and you could just tell. You can just tell. But there were some furries in that documentary, and we were all like, I want to hang out with these guys. Like, they were really safe. There were these two gay guys who were like, their introduction to the documentary is they're like smoking weed. They're getting like really high, and they're not in fursuits. They're like actual just guys who are like furries, right? And they're like, yeah, it's really weird. In the furry community, you know, you got people who are into, like, pissing on each other and shitting on each other, and you know, there's the sexual side, and then, you know, all these people are supposed to be about love and acceptance and shit. And then he goes, but these people will be like, I'll fuck a duck, but I won't smoke a bowl. And I was like, that's funny. I like that. He was like, loads of furries are really anti-weed. And I was just like, that's so strange. Like, some of them like to roleplay fucking other animals. Not like animals, like other furries. Some of them just like to dress up. Whatever you see it as, it's not normal. But smoking weed is probably like on a lower tier of normality. So it is quite funny. But they seemed really safe. And then there was this one girl and her boyfriend. And they were on the Tyra Banks show because they were furries, right? Also, Tyra Banks is a fucking psycho too, but that's a different story. So Tyra Banks had them on her show, and she asked them, like, do you have sex in your fursuits? And like, she said, like, in the documentary, like, I wasn't gonna lie, like, we do sometimes, because she was like, I find that hot. And I was like, yeah, fair. And then she was also like smoking a bowl, and I was like, you seem really safe. but she got like shit on by that Kage guy because you know, she went on the air, she went on like mainstream media and expressed her sexuality as a furry, and that's a big no-no. You're not allowed to let people think that you're a pervert or that you're into that shit. Stop and spend those souls. It's only 100k, my man. Oh, please don't fall off the edge. That'd be really bad. Okay, good. But yeah, sounds like he's trying to start a cult. He had a very dictator kind of guy. Like, he had like a really like sinister feel to him, and he streams on YouTube too. And in the documentary, they typed in the chat, does Anthrocon have to have such a strict policy about people recording, like, and the media? And his response to that, he literally looked into the camera and he had the most psychotic face I think I've ever seen, and he went, "Fuck yes!" And it was like so scary, and I was like, this guy's a fucking psycho. Like, he's actually insane. It's gotta be sweaty as that. Oh yeah, like, obviously. That's why I understand what they mean. Like, obviously they're not always fucking in the suits, because that's like, can you actually imagine the logistics of having sex while wearing a fursuit? Doesn't really work too well. Doesn't mean to say that it doesn't happen. And that was the thing though. He also was like really flimsy with like his message, because he was like, when the media asks me, I divert the question. And he was basically like teaching people how to talk to the media about being a sexually active furry who's into that, but not telling them. And he was basically like saying, yeah, twist it to the media. I don't want to appear like we do it, but I do. So he was like just a big hypocrite who's like really insecure about what he is. That's all it is. It's just this old man who's insecure about what other people say about him. Well, you got so many coins. I bought like 100 from Patches for like 20k, I think. Okay, good. I almost had a backstab and that would have been bad. Ah, that was an interesting backstab there. The documentary is called Personas, I believe. It's not on YouTube. We watched it on one of those like bootleg sites. How can you be secure as a furry? I mean, quite easy. Well, not quite easy. It depends on you as a person. When an insecure person gains a seat of power, that's when shit hits the fan, my man. You can't have someone in a position of power who is insecure, because they will project, and this guy is fucking projecting. Why do you have the Mimic Head? It increases item drop rate. Yeah. In before Trump. Hey, if the shoe fits, I'm not trying to get political. I'm never trying to get political on my stream. You know me, I'm just in it for the banter. I need to find a furry for Expo though. I have a skit written out that requires a fursuit wearing furry. So hopefully I can find someone who's like down. Hey, DDG fans, leave the jokes for the funny people, my man. And then we tried to watch the Undateables, but we couldn't find a good website. It's super annoying. Why don't TV stations and shit just like have a fully online system of all their shows and just make me pay like a subscription fee? It's so strange how like TV's still a thing. Like, I know people still use it, but like, and I know like a lot of stations do have online services, but like, how does every station not already have that? Like, have their own version of Netflix? But then again, would I want that? Because then that's like all these other subscriptions I'm having to pay. Yeah, probably not. It's a tough one. Fuck that up, but I think I improvised pretty well. You don't pronounce the N in banter? No, you don't pronounce the T. It's like banter. Yes, I have been, Mal. I have been. I have been summoned to Archdragon Peak. How did that not hit? I was so certain. To Brits, banter and batter are homophones? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Any Brit can tell the difference between the two words. When you get unlucky, my man. How come I quit League? Because it's not fun for me. Come on, guys, use your brain. Why does anyone stop doing anything usually? Because I don't want to do it anymore. It's a very simple, not complicated answer. The game isn't fun, and that's all there is to it. I'm not going to do something I don't enjoy. Would I consider Let's Plays? I would sooner actually castrate myself than start doing Let's Plays, my man. If I'm honest, if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, I don't think I'm the content creator you thought I was. I do have content coming soon, but none of it is game related at all. I'm out of the video game content creation world for now, as far as YouTube's concerned anyway. Yeah, so say that's the thing. That's like a big thing with streamers is it can be kind of strange in real life when you meet people, because obviously like they watch you a lot. Well, I mean, if they do watch you a lot, then yeah, they almost know you as a friend, but you may not quite know them in the same way. So it can definitely create some awkwardness. I don't know. I haven't had that many awkward run-ins with people, if I'm completely honest. Like, the majority of people I've met at conventions have been pretty safe. If I'm ever going to a UK convention. I mean, like, I go to MCM Expo whenever I'm in England. And I have been. So where you at? Please don't go over that railing. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Pururu boy. I'm just, I gotta get these seals. How many we got? I got 19, so we need 11 more. And we got 9 in an hour. So yeah. So okay, probably another hour and then we'll be good. Was the breaking point? There was no like breaking point per se. I just, you know, eventually you just have the epiphany like, what am I doing? Like, I don't care about any of this. And that was essentially it. It was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I was like playing, I think I was like recording. I was recording a game. That guy's just like rolling down. And I just kind of was like, this isn't fun. Is this DLC for Dark Souls 3? Shouldn't you know the answer to that question if you play the game? Because like this is a very vanilla area, and it's quite an unforgettable one too. So I don't understand the question. Yeah, I'm farming for some Covenant seals for a miracle. I need 11 more. Oh, I need 10 more now. Broke your disc. Shoutouts to having games on discs in current year, my man. It's current year. Maybe they're new to Dark Souls 3? Perhaps. But then, in that case, would it not be more beneficial to... I don't know. I don't know. Would it not be more beneficial to kind of like, I don't know. I guess I can't express what I have in my head. Ah, fuck. Play Dark Souls 1 PvP. Dark Souls 1 is possibly the worst controlling game I think I've ever played. Dark Souls 1 control scheme is a joke. Larista, thank you for the 6 months. That's alright. Yo, Stunner Boy, get him.
Congratulations on 400 subs. Sorry this is late. I had a to sleep schedule. Stunner Boy get MT.
I know that feeling. I was up at like 5 because, yo, get this. The birds started chirping at like 2 AM last night. I was like, oh, it must be summer. Alright, so here's the cold hard fact, and this is gonna... There's like a type of person, and they usually do reside in Dark Souls streams, and they're gonna come out to play when I say this. Dark Souls 1 is, gameplay-wise, the worst one in the series. By far. It's not arguable because it's clunky, it hasn't aged well, it has bad controls. That's not an opinion, that is fact. It controls so terribly compared to the other ones in the series. Dark Souls 2 controls better. Is it a better game? No. I think the bosses and the areas and the story and everything in Dark Souls 1 is better, but the controls are ass. The controls are actually like cancer. Dark Souls 3 controls the best. That's not up for debate. Dark Souls 1, if they remake Dark Souls 1 with this engine, it'll be the best in the series with just no arguments. Dark Souls 2 had better PvP because you can control the game better. Like, I know that sounds really lame, but like, well, no, it doesn't sound lame. It makes perfect sense. Dark Souls 2 PvP was fucking sick, by the way. What you on about? Yeah, I mean, the controls are still like, they could be better. Like, why does run have to be on B at all? Why can't run be, I don't know. I don't know. I got the claw motion though, so we good. I think I need to go buy more coins. That's weird. I've already gone through 100. Your waifu's Dark Souls 1? Your waifu is garbage, my friend. I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. Dark Souls 1... Dark Souls 1's got the best bosses, the best areas, the best, like, storyline. But it falls short because of the controls. And I hate people who are like, oh, just get over it. It's like, yeah, let me just get over the main mechanics of the game, sure. Nah. Nah. Worst control is Dark Souls, the jump. I disagree. I don't have a problem with the click to jump like that. I don't have a problem with that. I never did. It's a problem in Dark Souls 2 because jumps have variable range. Like, when you jump, it's RNG how far you'll go. Actually, hold on. Also, I don't know what this build was supposed to be. I don't know. I'm lost. Oh, I can just do this. There you go.
Ashen 1.
Well, very dead.
Not even a controller can fit. Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, you probably use keyboard and mouse. No, it's still bad with a controller. It's still clunky. It doesn't have like... No, you are wrong here. You are wrong. It is okay to be wrong sometimes. And this is a scenario where you are wrong. Dark Souls 1 is press buttons and stuff happens. What more can you ask? Are you retarded? My man, I think you might be retarded. I think I might just pump strength. Guys, how can you say the game? How can you criticize the game? You press a button and something happens. What do you... What? I will fire up Game Maker right now, and I will make a mini game in 4 minutes where I can press a button and something will happen. And to you, that's an objectively good video game? Because I'll invoice you. I'll send you a game right now that I made myself in 5 minutes. I'll invoice you for $39.99. And I'll say, hey, you press a button and something happens. Come on now. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for, dude? You pressed the button and something happened. The controls are clunky. And it's just because... It's just a product of its time. In the same way that Ocarina of Time has bad controls. It's very clunky. But Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games. Like, here's the thing. When you grow up and you become an adult, you understand how to look at things and to judge them fairly. And you can enjoy things and see the flaws in them. But when you're like a young teen, like you probably are, when someone says that something is bad and they give you all the good reasons for it, you take personal offense. But that's the wrong response to have. I'm not getting at you. I'm just saying it has bad controls and it's not up for debate because it just is. It had clunky, bad mechanics. And they've refined it. And again, I enjoy the game. Like, are you using Wellness Sword? Yeah, it has like faith scaling, and I wanted this to be a faith scaling build, and it's like one of the only weapons that I liked that I currently have that has faith scaling. Eventually, I think I'm just gonna find like a weapon and enchant it with Blessed though. Anyway, here I am. See, what is this eye supposed to be? Is this supposed to show me where they are? Oh, he's up there. Here we go. Oh, this is probably going to be a very nice win for me. Nope. Little beach. I thought it would reach, but... Gaddy! Thanks for the seals, idiot! I got a vertebrae too. Oh, nice! Duty fulfilled. I did it. I didn't think that I was going to be attacked by the giant. I didn't think I could be affected by enemies. But now I know. At least I got my thing, though. The weapon attacks were so slow I had to time them. No, that's not it at all. Again, you're doing the Dark Souls 1 fanboy thing when you don't listen to actual constructive criticism. You're just taking personal offense and thinking like, oh, my Dark Souls 1, it was so hardcore because it was so clunky. No, that's not it at all. You still have to time. Now in Dark Souls 3, it lets me attack 5 times in 2 seconds if I press R1 fast enough. No, you're actually incorrect. Like, down to the mechanics that are programmed in the game. This is programmed exactly the same as Dark Souls 1. Fun fact. They're programmed the same, they're just in a different engine, so they're less clunky because, again, as I said earlier, so it was the Dark Souls 1's a product of its time, and this is a product of its time. Like, the controls don't have to be clunky anymore because of this new engine. How are they clunky without blanket statements? Clunky is the description. I don't have to give an example of a description. Especially when, like, everyone is agreeing with me apart from you. Like, you're the only one who's like, yeah. Because you're like, my Dark Souls. But, anyway. The, controls are actually programmed the same in this game. And, this game has move buffering exactly like in Dark Souls 1. It plays the same. That's what's quite funny. Is Dark Souls 1 is still good. Yeah, I'm trying to explain that you can enjoy something like I do and still point out the flaws. Like, this game has move buffering just like Dark Souls 1 has move buffering, where there is a certain timing window where you can you know, the game will buffer your next move. And Dark Souls 1 had that. And that is the main complaint for the clunkiness. However, that isn't the be-all end-all. The reason it feels so clunky in Dark Souls 1, number one, is because the game ran at 30 FPS. So it's already half the window that you usually have. So it artificially made the game appear more difficult. But then... Oh yeah, I need to put my hat back on. Thank you. But then also, the game just doesn't have as much control, and I can't explain to you, so you're gonna have to not do your my Dark Souls thing. You're gonna have to understand that play Dark Souls 3 and then play Dark Souls 1, and you will understand what I mean by this game is more fluid. You have more control over your character, in the same way that if I say go play the new Zelda and then play Ocarina of Time, the way you can move Link in the new game is obviously much more fluid. You have much more control. Now, because you have more control, the difficulty is artificially brought down. Because when you have bad controls, the game isn't difficult because it's difficult. The game becomes difficult because it has bad controls. So, yeah, Toast, I was telling the story earlier. That's what I was trying to show you. Every mimic I fought after you dropped me a hat, drop one. So yeah, the Dark Souls 3 is just like, the controls are much better, and they work in exactly the same way, right down to the coding, and you can look that up. That is fact. So, but the reason this one is better is because it's more fluid, and obviously the game runs in 60 FPS or more, so you have more time, I guess, if you want to call it like that. You have more opportunity to time things correctly. So, you know, you're hung up on the Dark Souls 3 is hard because it has clunky controls. Sorry, Dark Souls 1 is hard because it has clunky controls. And I like that about the game. And you're fine to like that. But objectively speaking, it controls worse than Dark Souls 3. And that was my argument. And you were trying to argue that Dark Souls 1 is perfect, and you're just a scrub, and you don't like it because you know, in Dark Souls 1 you have to time things right. But, you know, that is obviously not the case at all, because I like Dark Souls 1 and I like this game, but I understand how the game was made, and it's the same. Yeah, Mum Patrol. Go to bed, my man. It's not over. It is over. It is over. It was over the moment you started trying to pass off your like crazy Dark Souls 1 fanboy opinions, and I came at you with the facts, my man. Dark Souls didn't feel clunky for you. Here's the thing, it doesn't feel clunky at the time when it was released because every game played like that, and that's kind of like what you expect. In the same way that do you remember when I played Ocarina of Time recently, I was like, damn, I don't remember how clunky this game felt. Like in my memory, it was so clean and so crisp. But when I played it again, I was like, man, this is clunky as fuck. It's the same thing with Dark Souls 1. Do you remember when I played it on stream and I was like, whoa, this is ass. After playing Dark Souls 3, I was like, whoa, the controls are so much worse. And I can see that just from playing. And I don't have to explain it, because it's just something you feel and something you can see. So there we go. In your memory, Super Mario 64 had an okay camera. Yeah, that's the thing. You think back at all these games and you're like, yeah, they had nice controls. And you play them again, you're like, holy fuck, it's so clunky. It's not fluid at all. And then you realize, oh man, objectively speaking, these are bad controls compared to what we have today. And that's what being an adult's about. My man, my friend, my guy. And again, to reiterate, Silver Sword, Dark Souls 1 is the best one in the series. I hold that belief. In terms of story, in terms of bosses, all that stuff, you know? I think it's the best one. But the controls are ass. The controls haven't aged well. And that was all I was trying to say, was that the controls are ass. And it's really not up for debate. But if they remade it in this engine, oh, that would be the best game of all time. Can we agree on that at least before your mum sends you to bed? Can we at least agree on that? If they remade Dark Souls 1 in this engine, it would be the best one. No competition. I don't know. I always encourage you guys to really like look at things from a non-biased perspective and to really just like look and use comparatives to draw your own conclusion for these things. But it's always like your opinion, your subjective opinion of what is fun can never be argued. No one can tell you that that's not fun. Cause like, okay, okay. Let me rephrase that. Obviously, there is like an objective way that people can rate fun, I guess. But here's the thing. If there's a game and everyone's like, this game sucks, this game is ass, it's not enjoyable, but you legitimately do find fun playing it, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. So long as, like, you know... Like, I'm trying to think of a bad game that I enjoy that is a bad game. But, like, I'm like, yeah, it's a bad game. I can see all the bad things, but I like it. But I can't think of one right now. What's a really bad game that I like? Oh, I thought that would hit both. That would have been such a stylish kill. Resident Evil 5? Nah, no, Resident Evil 5. Nah, not that one. Jump X Jump. I was honestly thinking in my head Jump X Jump, but like no one enjoys that game. Kimulator. Okay, Kimulator. There we go. There we go. Kimulator. That is objectively one of the worst games ever created. But it was so funny to play. It was such an experience. And I would say everyone should buy that game and experience it. Is it a good video game? No. But it's something. It is definitely some kind of art. And that's the thing. Whenever I talk about stuff, and I'm like, and it's like an opinion-based thing, I'm always like, at the end of the day, if you like it, you like it. You know, I like Marvel movies. They're shit. They're bad movies. I like them. You can like bad things. There's nothing wrong with liking bad things. I just, I'm very analytical, I guess. I like to talk about the why and the how. But at the end of the day, all I care about is having fun. Oh, speaking of that, I have another bad game to play that Snoozy sent me. Thank you for the 2 months, Nabriel. I appreciate it. Bless you. Welcome back. Alright, so, Snoozy played this game on his 12-hour stream called something and a baby. I don't remember the name of it. It's supposed to be another classic bad game where it's like terrible, but it's also art, so I need to experience it. So we'll be playing that at some point. No one puts keyGs in chat for subs anymore. There's like some people do it, but you know, I'm not gonna. If people don't want to type in chat because they're chilling, I understand. But get blessings in chat if you can. For the boy Nabriel. Or girl. We don't know. I've watched a couple of streamers play Mass Effect, and again, it just doesn't seem like the kind of game I'd ever want to play. Like, those games aren't fun to me. Can't sub, but there you go. Is that like a new global emote? That Jesus one? Because, really thought that would be a backstab. Oh. Spin move. Ah. Bad copy pasta. I have to be honest with you, my friend. I give advice to a lot of people. I give my terrible advice to a lot of people on stream. So, and there's a lot of scenarios that are similar to the one you're saying. If you're looking for a quiet area in England, I feel like, again, Google's probably your best choice, because I didn't grow up in a quiet area. I don't really know quiet areas. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for those 5 bits, doot doot. Doot doot doot. RNGesus. Looks like they completely ripped off keyG, if you ask me. But that's none of my business. Sips tea. You want a quiet area? Move to like the Isle of Wight. You know, move to somewhere in Wales. Yeah, move to Llandudno. It's like a seaside town. I've been there. That place quiet as hell. From what I understand, anyway. It looks like they're bros. See, mine's looking down in, like, in respect, and that one's looking up for, like, grace, you know? Any chance of another Astroneer stream? Oh yeah, when the game gets more content, for sure. But I'm probably not going to play it for like a year or two, because I want to wait for much more content. Hey! Sipping that extra hot oolong. What does that mean? Thank you for the 5, Chances. I appreciate it.
Hello, Kirot. I hope you really having a good day.
Having a good day.
Keep sipping that extra hot long.
I am having a great day. I woke up really late, but I did say I knew ahead of time. It got to like I think it was like 4 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep. And the birds were super loud, which is usually like really relaxing, but it wasn't. And I was like, So I tweeted, I was like, I'm probably not gonna go live till like 5 p.m. And I went live at 5 p.m. Yeah, Ruby. Me and Janie are gonna do a multiplayer playthrough when the multiplayer comes out. So it seems that the overwhelming majority of the time when I get into that part there, he doesn't go to the left. But this guy nearly always goes left. Apart from that one time, of course. The one time I say it here. Have I played Skyward Sword? No. I think that's like the only Zelda game I haven't actually played. I don't really like the look of it though. Fish fingers. I haven't had fish fingers in a while. Do you know what I haven't had in a while? Smiley faces. Yo, Nebula, thank you for the... Thank you for the 11 months. Your advertisement could be here, yeah. Remember to sell, everyone in chat, you can sell your resub. You can sell that for ad space. Plenty of people buying, okay? Good, you could plug your YouTube channel, your loot box code, you know. Fix the controls. It's not that the controls are broken. They work fine. They're just clunky. And obviously they are better on the 3DS port. And the graphics look obviously a lot better. I need to change this song. I hate this song so much. Go left. Oh, he went right. Okay. It was some like remix of it that Cocaine Jesus did, but I don't like the original, so. Put on some of that synthwave? Alright. Last night in Discord, Uber Danger was like, you guys need to watch my new video. And Uber Danger has the video was kind of supposed to be in a synthwave style, right? With the kind of like 80s neon CGI framework lines and stuff. Basically, my thumbnails. And he was like, yo, I found some really good synthwave to do the montage edits to. And I was like, oh, dope. I like synthwave. And the music is not synthwave at all. And he was like, oh, it said it was a synthwave remix. I was like, that's not synthwave at all. And then I sent him some synthwave and he was like, oh, well, it's too late. The video is already like fully edited. Oh my god. I hate this. Maybe I should stop drinking Estus so freely when I fuck up a sequence deaths. It was some like, ooh baby, do you know what that's worth? It was that song, and it was like some remix. He was like, yeah, it's called a synthwave remix. I was like, that's not synthwave, my man. Not at all. Was a good video. It's just really funny that like he went into that trying to do like a synthwave aesthetic, and it's gonna go over everyone's head because it's just gonna be like, oh, he's just using that style of background. He didn't complete the whole thing. Also, we haven't had a drop in quite a while. I showed him Laserhawk Overdrive as my example of synthwave, and he was like, "Oh man." Oh yeah, it fit the video, definitely. But it was just really funny that he thought it was synthwave, but it really wasn't. Right, on my next drop, the next time I drop a Concord thing, I'm gonna quickly go check on Janie to see how the wax scenario went. Do mobs stop spawning in Dark Souls 3? No. No, that's a Dark Souls 2 exclusive. Dark Souls 2 exclusive feature. I'm not I don't know if I was a fan of that. It certainly made some areas easier if you had less than optimal builds. I feel like you should never in Dark Souls feel too overwhelmed like in some ways, because it's more down to like the build, I guess. And the way they had it, it was like if you've killed an enemy 10 separate times, it stops spawning because you've proved to the game that you can get past that enemy. And I get that in theory. So, I don't know. I never disliked it. But I could see if I was farming an item, why that would be bad. But, yeah. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Because I honestly didn't mind too much. Like, I'm very... I could take it or leave it. I'd say I guess I'm happy that it's not in this one. But if it was, I don't think I'd care. Ah, it's too early. Way too early. How's that not a backstab? But that was? Alright, you win some, you lose some, I guess. Being forced on it? Yeah, maybe it could be like an extra, maybe an item that you pop, or a covenant you join. Like, I would be happy to have that be an inclusion, I guess. But, yeah. I guess as a default feature, it was kind of whack. Bonfire aesthetic / champion covenant nulled the spawn limit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you didn't want it, you could just join the champions covenant in Majula, right? And you could just burn bonfire aesthetics to reset and give the area +1. So yeah. New legendary skin. It's like Lee Sin, but he doesn't have bandages over his face. I don't know. Color me not hype. You have to play Demon Souls before Dark Souls. I'd say if you can play it, play it. But Demon Souls suffers the same way that Dark Souls 1 suffers. It's very clunky. Demon Souls is very different though. Demon Souls is a completely different experience to Dark Souls. I'd watch like someone do a long play or like an all bosses speed run or like some lore videos if you don't want to play it necessarily, because that'll be a lot faster and you won't have to deal with the clunk. The clunk. Where does Bloodborne fit into Dark Souls storyline? I don't think it does. Question mark? I don't think it does. But then again, I'm not a lore master, but I'm pretty sure it's just a separate entity. Hey, RJ, what's good? I'm farming for the Proof of Concord cap. I only need 8 left. That's actually really good. It's the PvP covenant for the Dark Moon, you know, those seals. But obviously, the invasions, I'm just... they never happen. So I'm just... these guys drop them, though. You have like a 3% chance to drop them, so... Well, with this amount of item drop anyway. They were being very generous earlier. Now they're really pruding me out. I really enjoyed the Dark Souls 2 lore. I enjoyed Dark Souls 2, like, thoroughly. Jummy, I don't want to know about that stuff. In fact, I'm gonna delete that. Oh, I can't because Better Twitch doesn't work, of course. There we go. Which death mechanic do you like the best? I like Embered, to be honest. Whoa. Shield bash maneuver. I like 3. I think 1 had the weakest. I know that sounds really bad, and I know all the Dark Souls 1 fanboys. Oh, Dark Souls 1's my perfect video game. You're not allowed an opinion. In my opinion, I didn't like the way Dark Souls 1 handled it. I like how it's handled in this one because you can hollow optionally, which is really great. I really didn't like the Dark Souls 1 feature of you have to, like, your Estus shards are like, your Estus is limited depending on, like, how many thingies you've done, how many things you've burned in the fire. I think, was that it? I can't remember it fully. It's been so long since I played it. But I just remember not liking that and much preferring how it was handled in Dark Souls 1 and 2, sorry, 2 and 3. I really like how death's handled in 3 because it's like you lose Ember, you don't lose max health. I thought the losing max health every time you died was really lame. I know it makes sense from a lore perspective, but I really didn't like that as a feature at all. The game's supposed to be about, like, overcoming what's holding you back, right? And so, like, punishing you that hard every time you fuck up is a bit much for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you fucked up. And next time it's gonna be even harder because you're gonna be at an artificial disadvantage. I don't like that. I liked it up to a point, but it became tedious. And then it becomes irrelevant once you're good at the game too, so I don't know. It was like a way to increase the difficulty artificially. Burning humanities, yeah, that shit. They've definitely over the games, like from Demon Souls to Dark Souls 3, they've definitely perfected that, you know, like the death system and the reward for, you know, overcoming. I like how it is in this one a lot. Hey, okay. I said that when I drop the next one, I'm going to quickly go check on Janie, because obviously she had that accident with the candle. So I'm just going to go check on her real quick. I'll be right back. Hello. Okay. I need to order Janie a headset. Actually, I should probably do that now then. I don't know when Amazon Prime the next day delivery cuts off. I'm back. So I need to get Janie another keyboard and another headset. So that is where the bit money is gonna go for this month. It's gonna go to Janie's headset repair because she spilled hot wax all over them. Okay, let me quickly load up Amazon. It's RJ, I know. He's been hanging out. Right, Amazon. Yeah, it's Volnir's greatsword. AKGs. You like the mimic heads? I really dislike it. I really don't like that I have to wear it. Oh, the headset's so expensive. Oh! Add to cart. Thank you for the bits, Laristo. She got it on the AKGs, yeah. $250 headset ruined. She got wax all over them. Alright, and a keyboard. But what you gonna do? Accidents happen, huh? Chroma. Hell no. Give me the backlit. Give me that. No, give me the standard Razer keyboard. It's like $40. Wait, hold on. It's double the price to get backlit keys? Who cares? Yeah, it's standard. It's double the price for backlit keys, so obviously give me the standard. I ain't trying to spend $80. Razer? Yeah, that's the keyboard that me and Janie like, is the Deathstalker. This one here. Oh, it's usually green. Alright, I got you the same keyboard. I didn't get the backlit one though, with the, because it's like half as cheap if it doesn't have the lit keys. Oh, you wanted to buy a different one anyway? Alright, well, the AKGs. Yeah? Okay. Deathstalker so edgy, yeah. Yeah, no problem. I do think that we should move that candle thing from above your desk though, because... Okay. Okay. I believe you. I trust you. Why is this page hanging? Sorry, you guys. I gotta get this in before. Use this address. Hey guys, want me to read my address out? 123 Sesame Street. Please don't dox me. There's a very nice bird who lives down the end of my road. He's just really fucking big and yellow. Right. Free 2-day shipping. She gets it Monday? Damn. I guess she can borrow my other one until now. Alright. Let's get back to the video game. Sorry for the wait about that. Accidents happen. Traps are alright, I guess, lol. Happens on the weekend, right? That's always the way. It's very unlucky, poor Janie. She bought one of those, like, I don't know what kind of candle it was, but I guess that it had melted all the wax, and I guess the wax stays melted on this special type of candle. And so she, like, went to move it, and it all just, like, tipped out, because she assumed it was hard, because it should have been hardened. Michigan, my man. Michigan. Oh. It is very unlucky. But it's still good. It's still good. Accidents happen. You're right. Yeah, no problem. You've seen Detroit firsthand? I have. I've been in Detroit. I rode the Detroit. I rode their railway thing in the sky they got going on. I've been on that. What a blast! I've also been catcalled by homeless guys in the street in Detroit. That's good. I don't go to Detroit often though. I don't really have reason to. When I when I went to the government place to get my green card and stuff, like have my green card interview, the first time we went, we took like a Google Maps route, and it took us down some really bad Detroit back road that we very clearly drove past many trap houses. Just like dudes stationed outside who are very clearly packing and stuff like that. And I was just like, we shouldn't be here. What am I farming for right now? Proof of Concord capped. I need 30 of them, and I have 23, I think. Let's check how many I got. 23, yeah, we need 7 more, so sometime in the next 40 minutes we'll be done, I reckon. I went to Florida one time to film a show for my network, and it I've never been in a climate quite like Florida's before. It was like the first time I'd ever been in like a humid climate. So it was like you walk outside and you feel moist, like you know when you get out the shower and you're kind of air dried, but you're still kind of like, you're still just like, you know, moist from the shower. It was like that. It was like you walk outside and it was just like really, you just felt wet, but it's not raining. That's what Florida was like. It was like stuffy wet too. It was horrible. It felt like I wanted to take my shirt off, but then like, I feel like your body would get slick too. Not nice. I don't think I could live there. What armor am I wearing? Usually I wear the Volnir crown. I got Court Sorcerer robe, Silver Knight leggings, and Cathedral Knight gauntlets. Neffy! Thank you for that. 31.
21 to 2 work tonight. How long
Fair.
will you be on today?
Until 8 PM EST. Because that's when Snoozy goes live, and then I'm going to be hosting him. Ah. The Full Sail dev thing? Yeah, that was really fun. I know Full Sail isn't exactly a good school, but I had a lot of fun. Here's the thing, they didn't really give us a lot of info before we went about the thing. They told me, like, here's how they proposed that thing to me. They were like, do you want to make your own video game? And this was like when I started developing my game, so I was like, yes. And they made it seem like we were gonna like, I don't know, I guess I was kind of naive, but they were like, they basically implied that we were making a video game and they were going to document it, but then it became like, we're filming a 3-day game jam, and I was like, oh, so that's not what you advertised at all. But, do you have any video regrets? A couple. But no, it was a good-ass time. I had fun. but I haven't heard the. Here was the thing. I've heard. Oh fuck. Oh, we knew that was gonna happen. I've heard like bad things about Full Sail, and I heard some very shocking things from the students too, because I took the deal, and I probably should have looked into the school a bit more, because like in hindsight I might not have done it. But yeah, they like apparently some of them have classes at like 3 a.m. Like classes just can happen at 3 a.m. And apparently they're like, yeah, they have like no they don't care about like the time that these lessons take place. They just kind of schedule them. It's like really bizarre and stuff like that. Yeah, so a lot of the students seemed very run down and tired, and they were like, yeah, because I just had like a long ass class and it started at like 3 a.m. and now I've got like one tomorrow at like a normal time. And I was like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I also heard that you don't really learn too much either. You learn like bare minimum, but that's just what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. So I don't know. I don't know. I got paid and I got a free PS4. So they paid me to go to Florida. They put me up in a nice hotel. I got paid and I got a PS4 and I got to like hang out with Shofu and play Smash for like all day for like 3 days. So at the end of the day, all of you guys would have done it too. You guys would have done it. What happened to my PS4? It's in England. It's in England, my man. You'd sell your soul for $1. There you go. What else? What other thing? Oh, any video regrets? So I kind of regret my Riders of Icarus video, but I've spoken about this before. Because that was the one time I let the money control my decision. That was the one and only time, because Nexon pay a ridiculous amount. They they paid nearly double what I was used to getting paid. So for like a branding deal. So like when they came at me and they gave me the figure and they were like, play our MMO, and I was like, sure, like, yeah. I'm not turning this down. So I signed all the contracts, and then when I actually got to working with Nexon, they were like, it wasn't worth the stress. Let's just say it that way. They were not good to work with at all. They were very unprofessional, the people who were... Because it's not like you talk directly to Nexon. You talk to someone who's in contact with Nexon. It's like a third party. And the third party were just so fucking awful at their jobs. They were just so unprofessional and shit. They were just so shit. So, like, that was stressful. And then, they wanted, like, all this, like, weird information. They were like, oh, yeah, we got this, like, private server, but we'll need your IP for you to connect to it. And I was like, right, well, I'm not going to give you my IP. Like, I'm just not going to do that because I don't actually know who you are. Like, you can say you're this and that and you can give me a contract, but, like, at the end of the day, you could literally just be a guy trying to get my IP. So, I'm not giving you that. And they're like, okay, well, we'll figure out something to do. So they did figure out something to do, which was just, like, open the server up. Or give me access to the other server. Anyway, so they gave me access to, like, this other server. And I'm playing the game, and this is, like, after I've signed the contract, right? So I'm, like, contractually bound to, like, make this video. And I'm playing it, and I'm like, this game sucks ass. Like, this is probably the worst MMO I've ever played in my life. And, I just felt bad because I was like, I'm in too deep now, and now I have to make a video and sell this game to my subs, and it's not good. So, yeah, that was the one time I definitely 100% sold out. That's the one time. But it was too late. I mean, it wasn't too late. I could have just said, I'm not doing it. But then, like, listen. Listen. When someone offers you double your rate, you take it. And I'm not gonna feel too bad about it. Because, like, I gotta do what I can to support my family. If that means maybe one time I said a game was... Here was the thing, right? I didn't say the game was good. I highlighted the features that I enjoyed. It was a very strategic video because I remember talking to the people and I was like, this game is not release ready at all. I was like, I remember messaging the third party, you know, like the mediator. I remember messaging them like, is this actually the release of the game? Because this is like shit. But yeah. I gotta take care of the fam, so wasn't gonna say no. It wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to get all that money to, you know, to buy, you know, to flex on people, to buy like nice things. It was like, I can send this money to my family back home, and they can, you know, that's gonna help with their debt. It was like that kind of situation. It wasn't like I did it because I wanted the money. It was like, obviously I wanted the money, but I wanted the money for honorable reasons. You know, it's like, would you steal a loaf of bread to feed your family? Yeah. It was like that scenario. Like, would you sell out for one video? Yes, absolutely. Just the one time. Just the one time because they paid a ridiculous amount. Would you download a car? I would definitely download a car. Any jokes you regret? No? I don't think so. I don't, yeah. Excuse me. Fuck. Are you gonna fuck with sponsorship deals? It depends what they're for. It really depends what it's for. I definitely never want to get like an Audible sponsorship. Because like, here's the thing, right? I don't fuck with sponsorships where it's like, it's something that everyone and their fucking mum has a sponsorship for, and it's based on like how many people use your code. So like the Loot Crate. Also, first of all, Loot Crate's fucking trash. Can we just talk about how fucking bad Loot Crate is? Sorry, I have like, I don't know. I don't understand like the hoarding mentality for like, yeah, send me a box of like trinkets from miscellaneous collector sets that I'm never gonna finish. That's what I want. And a fucking t-shirt. That's some kind of lame crossover. So yeah, that shit missed me with that shit. I'm all about getting paid a flat rate. I don't do the how many people click my shit. Foot Crate? Yeah, I want Foot Crate. I need all the foot care products. Or would Foot Crate be like they send you every month they send you a human foot? That's a funny gag. I like that. I like that as just a bizarre concept. Foot Crate. You know, like people when they die and they can like give their organs. It's like a system of like people like when they die they give their foot to Foot Crate and it gets like shipped to like a dude once a month. I like that. Foot Crate's funny. That's a skit right there, you know. I like that. When Grosko gets a PO box, I'll send him a fake foot. Nice. Like, there are some crate people that are good. Like, Janie gets a ton of those crate things, like, every month. She's got one for, like, the dogs. They send, like, dog treats and toys. She's got one for, like, the Japanese candy, as you probably know. She's got one for ramen. Like, they send different types of ramen every month. Like, those ones are real fucking sick, but Loot Crate is just, like, the worst. Barkbox! That's the shit! RJ, my man! Barkbox is the fucking shit. The dogs know what Barkbox means. I probably shouldn't be saying it out loud. If they hear me say Barkbox, they'll get excited. Would you rather get a £2 satchel of weed in the mail every month until you die, or get 10 million USD? Are you retarded? Hello? Obviously, I'll take the 10 million, and then I'll buy £2 of weed a month if I need... I mean, like, I would never be able to smoke 2 pounds of weed in a month, but... Hello? What do you mean? Of course I take the 10 mil. I think you don't understand how, like... I think you really overestimate how much weed I can smoke. Yeah, I'll take the 10 million and I'll fucking have my own farm. No, you take the weed so you don't pay tax on the 10 mil? Right, but like, I don't fuck with illegal money, dude. They can tax the 10 mil. That's still like, what? I'll still have at least like 6 mil left. That's fine. Hello? If I ever hit it big, you know, if I'm ever balling out of control, which is never gonna happen because I don't even play the lottery. Janie does. Janie plays the lottery sometimes. But if we ever win, I'm gonna get a big fucking... I'm gonna buy a big plot of land. I'm gonna get a fucking big Luigi's Mansion-ass mansion, right? And I'm just gonna have all my friends live with me. And that's it. I want to be able to... All the people I love in my life, I don't want them to have to work. You know what I mean? So everyone can just come and live fucking rent-free, don't have to pay for shit. And we just all fucking sit around and smoke weed and play video games until we hit the cold embrace of the crypt. What about the mountain though? Then you can all die and be the real Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, that's the next plan. I wasn't getting to that yet. Would you invite Crip? I've never spoken to Crip. Crypt of the Crip. Sose, that's so... The thing with that, Sose, it's like you would be flung, and I mean, it would depend when they raid your tomb, I guess. Depends how far along the decomposition stage you are, but you know, eventually it would just be like flicking dust in someone's eyes. Would you invite Ice JJ Fish? Fuck no. Fuck Ice JJ Fish. Fuck a Ice JJ Fish. That boy's gonna know my name soon, I swear to God. He already blocked me, but he knows. He knows I'm coming for him. Yeah, I played Crypt of the Necrodancer. I wasn't very good at it. That game is deceptively hard. I can't get past like the ice and... Alright, that's never happened. I can't get past the ice and fire level. I can never beat it. That said, I don't play it that often. What about Danny? D for the N and Y? Danny's my boy. This is the meme. When I've made my videos on both Danny and Ice JJ Fish, I'm gonna post that meme where it's like Ice JJ Fish, I sleep. D for the N and Y. Real shit. Pick 3 producers to work on your album. 40. Obviously. 40 Cocaine Jesus and Viper. And Viper. Yeah, that's I want to see what that would cook up. That's hot. That's a fucking hot and spicy meme. Right, it is definitely better to backstab after that because he always puts his shield up, it seems, after that. Good night, Hi. Sleep well, you beautiful queen. A musical psychopath genius and that he is genuine. Oh, he's genuine. He's not a genius, though. Not in any way, shape, or form. And my video deeply analyzes this and how much of just a fuckboy he is. I got a lot to say about Ice JJ Fish. How many Concords we got? I think it's 24. Oh, 25. Hell yeah. 25. Yo, RJ, are you going to be at Expo in May? I really hope that you will be there. It sucks that the one time you came to England, I was not able to make it. Hey, 26. 26. Fuck man, I wish. Shit, no worries. I know you got that busy life like none of us can even understand. So don't you worry. You going to Coachella? Oh. Coachella's quite rowdy though, isn't it? I don't know if that's my scene. Coachella's probably like very different for you though, right? So would you rate Coachella as someone who doesn't really like big crowds? Have I taken LSD? Nah, I've never done any psychedelics. I'd really like to try LSD. I think it would be really fun. But I need the yeah, I just haven't I haven't had the opportunity. Oh, it's gonna be your first time? Ah, okay. I've always liked, in theory, the idea of like big music shows and stuff, but then like I don't know. The last show I ever went to, I saw Panic at the Disco a couple years ago. I say a couple. It was like, how old was I? I think I was like 18. It was after they were good. Let's just put it that way. It was like after they left and came back. And I remember I was like right at the front. And I'd been to like so many gigs before, and I never had a problem, but then that gig I just got like really claustrophobic, and then I like passed out. I like passed out at the front and then like woke up outside. Like they had to like pass me over the thing, and I vaguely remember it happening. And then I just like I became aware that I was no longer in the concert and I was like in one of the halls, like the corridors, and I was like, what? And ever since then I just don't think I've liked the idea of big music concerts. You got woke at a concert? I panicked at the disco, my man. Oh, why did I pop that? I'm so stupid. Do coins recharge at a bonfire? If you have more than what you can carry in your inventory, they go to like a bank system, and every time you rest at a bonfire, it refills anything that you have an excess of. So if I have like 100 coins, you can only hold 10. So every time I use one, I can go back to the bonfire and it will give me another one until I run out. What am I trying to get? These guys have a 3% drop to drop a proof of Concord kept, which is an item that you usually get for successfully completing your task as a Dark Moon defender. But that shit takes too long. Believe it or not, this is the fastest way to get this stuff. Ah, fuck. I rolled. Hey, what's up, Janie? Oh, right now? Okay. Yeah. You can use my white one. Give me a sec. Shit. I had one of them in England. I really could have bought it. It's alright. Should I be keeping an ear out for the door? No, I meant like, has he ordered? Okay. Are you cooking tonight? If you're willing to stop off at Wendy's, I'll take 2 singles. 2 Dave's OG juicy singles. But if not, then grilled cheese is fine. But yeah. Love you too. Janie's going to Best Buy to get a new keyboard. Because otherwise it will arrive on Monday and that's pretty late. I wasn't a big fan. Okay, so I guess like... Speaking for myself, I think that they were good on their like first album. And then probably that's it. But like all the songs they sang at that concert were from the first album, so yeah. I haven't heard like any of their new stuff at all. The last like album I listened to of theirs, and it wasn't really that great. It was the, you know, the one that had the Mona Lisa. That one. Guaranteed the Bundy bound. Does Janie stream? Very rarely. A Janie stream is very rare. It's like ultra rare. Also, I remember, I just remembered this. Oh man. At the, oh, so edgy. At the concert, I remember, like, you know, sometimes, like, the artists will just, like, address the crowd, and sometimes they go into, like, their political beliefs and shit. Like, Kanye's really big for doing that. I remember how it was on Gay Pride. I remember it was Gay Pride was the day that I went to see them live. I remember that. And I remember him, he was, like, saying something, like, to the effect of, like, fuck anyone who doesn't believe that gays should get married, you know, like, all the normal shit, right? And then he said something like, and God isn't real either. It was like really weird. He was like, all the religious people, they want to stop the gays from getting married. God's not even real. And he was like being really edgy about atheism. And I remember being in the crowd like, this is really cringy. Oh man. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was to that effect where he was like, he did the whole like God isn't real shtick. And I was like, oh. Bruh. Dude, you're so woke right now. He's so brave. You're so brave for expressing your atheism, my man. So brave. It was very cringy. So yeah, that was it was a good time. God is dead. I'm more to that tune. If God is real, we killed him a long time ago. Is this a chill stream or no? I don't know. This is just a stream where we are chilling. Am I afraid of God? No. No. I don't want to sound edgy, but if there is a God, he is not someone to be admired, if that makes sense. Like, if... Oh, I really don't want to get onto this. It's so edgy. All I'm gonna say is, with all the tragedy and shit that goes on in the world that could be prevented, all because what? What's the reason for all this bad shit in the world? Because Eve ate a fucking apple? Why are we still paying for that? Come on, God. Come on, you ass. Do you know what I mean? Like, God's just an asshole. If he's real. If he's real, he's like the worst type of person. He's like the one who sits by and lets everything happen. Like, yeah, sure, why not? Oh, shit. That kid's being raped? Ah, nah. I'll let it happen. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Something is a test. It's such a fucked up test. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, I understand that's the way they... Like, that's the only way, I guess, you can really rationalize it in a good way. Like, it's just a test. None of this is real. The real life happens after you're dead. Like, that is the only way you can rationalize any of it. If God is real, he probably got bored. If we were created, he probably fucked off a long time ago to somewhere else in this infinitely expanding galaxy to just, like, fuck around there. Because, like, bruh. If we were made in God's image and we all get bored, God gets bored too. And I imagine he would be bored of this creation. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's probably like, man, you guys are fucked up. Yeah, I'm out of here. Actually, he probably feels the way I feel about my League of Legends the shitty League of Legends kids. Not all of them, just the shitty ones. He's probably like me, like, damn, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm out of here. Do you think that this life is all there is? Yes. Unfortunately, I feel like there's something in all of us. We're all scared of that, right? We're all scared of death. You can say you're not scared of death, but like we all have those thoughts where we're like, shit, when you die, that's it. You're just fucking gone. That's it. You have no consciousness. You don't even know when you're dead. We all have those scary thoughts, right? And all these other things that people say are just to calm that anxiety that one day you die and then that's it. And so yeah, I don't know. I'd love to believe that there's something more, but there's no evidence for it. No reliable evidence. Of course you got those people who are like, I died and went to heaven. It's like, I don't know about that. But hey, if I die and there's an afterlife, and then, yeah. That'd be pretty rad. I really like to have my consciousness uploaded to a computer so I can believe I'm alive, but I'm actually in a computer. That'd be good. I hope that technology evolves before I die. Cloud storage for my soul. I'd really like that. Do I believe in supernatural shit? Nah, not really. Not really. What if, like, when you die, right, when you die, there's, like, you get the tunnel vision, everything blacks out, it's silent. And then you open your eyes, and all your alien friends are sitting around you. You look down, and there's a bong in your hand. And then all your alien friends go, "Did you feel it?" Bruh. That's what I low-key hope happens. I want to be uploaded, and then I want to be everyone's operating system. That is something. They'd be like, "Explain what you saw," and I'd be like, "Dude, I was like, bruh." Ah, Shadowfax, that's too bad. My parents fall for that kind of shit too. They're like really religious. So don't worry too much. It's just like, it sucks when you realize that, like, your parents have been taken advantage of, but they're in too deep, and you can't really change their opinion on something. Do you know what I mean? So, c'est la vie. Ooh. Good maneuver. Yeah. Do I like flour or oil? Oh, always oil, dude. Always oil. I'm always on an oil ting, my boy. Didn't the Pope confirm all dogs go to heaven? I don't know. I love how I always say, like, I don't want to talk about religion and politics, and then every stream I talk about religion and politics. Good night, Adam. Have a good sleep. Is your new channel going to be somewhat similar content but not tied to any one player base? No, it's not. There's going to be no gaming content whatsoever. It ain't going to be like that. Yeah, sorry, the mic's in the shot, but it's very difficult for me to make the audio sound good and have it not in the shot. Because, like, it's just how that's just how it works. Wait, why was it not refilling my coins? There's no way I went through 100 already. There's just no way. Did I go through 100 coins already? Jesus. Does it sound good though? Does it sound okay? Because, like, sometimes I can get it to sound okay without it being in the frame, but sometimes it just happens. Hey, we got one. Do the coins and helmet stack? Yeah, they do. What kind of content? I don't know how to explain what I have in mind. I have like a bunch of different things, but I do have like skits. And I guess the skits are like... They're like... It's like a vlog, but like imagine if a vlog was like scripted, but it's presented as if it's happening in real time. Does that make sense? Like the implication is obviously that like all of it is scripted and everyone's gonna realize that, but it's presented as if it's not. No. See, the difference is I'm actually planning to make good content. Who PhD? Kind of like a keyboard adventure. Somewhat, but just with more of a focus on actual like pre-written funny shit to happen. Hey. 28. We need 2 more. Turning up the flames. I'm not turning up the flames. I'm just telling it how it is. It's comedy. Yeah. It's gonna be very bizarre comedy. It's gonna be very I imagine, I mean, the way I have it in my head is that like it would be content that you would expect to see on like Adult Swim. It's gonna have like a very obviously like not bootleg feel, but like home recorded, but it's bizarre. And obviously I've written a lot of stuff, and I've gone into great detail in text documents. I've written like entire scripts and all the camera shots and how it's all gonna look. It's very difficult to explain it. But yeah,
Farewell, Ashen One.
how bizarre, like Mighty Boosh bizarre? Not that bizarre. It's gonna be like grounded in reality with just like a couple of things that make you go like, wait, what? Like the thing we came up with earlier, the foot crate. Like foot crate is a monthly box service where you can be sent a severed human foot. Every month a new foot. I'd love to do a commercial for something like that. This is like little kids like opening boxes of severed feet. All right, I got a black guy foot. No fair, I wanted the lady foot. Shit's funny. Like the hotel tour with the hogtied guy? Yeah, like that. Like that one. Or like my scripted fight with a furry. I'm gonna have a fight with a furry, and I'm gonna be in a really bootleg Geralt of Rivia cosplay. It's gonna be very good. Demonetized? No. All my stuff will be monetized. It might be age restricted, but again, that doesn't really matter to me. I would much prefer children to not see my content and become fans of me, and then, because then I'm not expected to talk to like people who are underage at conventions who have nothing in common with me. You know? Just a little joke. All right, this one's toenails are so big. See, that's funny. That's actually like, that's the kind of shit. Just this like bizarre kind of weird shit. Absurdist humor, yeah. Are you gonna be doing skits out on the street? Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah, symbol of avarice. Keep forgetting. Like on your computer? Kinda. I haven't watched his content in years. Ah. Yeah, he was always like big into the absurdist humor. Kind of like what Odd Future used to do a lot. Like with Loiter Squad? I guess kind of, yeah. I've just got to... I'm very good at coming up with, like, absurd scenarios. And there's, like, a very big difference between, like, random and absurd. It's very easy to be like, ha, so random. But, like, to be truly absurd, it has to really be, like... Do you know what I mean? Something that's so out of place. I really enjoy that. Wait, at least I'm never gonna run out of Titanite shards. I don't know who Brandon Rogers is. Sorry. But yeah, so the first video is probably set to come out in June because I can't record it until May, and then I need time to edit. And hopefully I have enough. I've written how many skits have I written for that? Not skits, but like scenes, I guess. 1, 2, 3. I've written 3 scripted scenes, which should probably the furry fight scripts, like the furry fight scene should at least be like 1.5 minutes. Yeah, I got like at least 5 minutes of like footage in my head already. Like the video will be right now. I imagine the video will be like 5 minutes, but I intend to make more. I want it to be like maybe like a 12-minute video. Thought you were gonna do speedruns. So the speedrun stuff is to do with Twitch, and I'm waiting for Twitch to finalize their video upload service. So that'll happen too. I got a lot of projects and all of them are like ultra time sensitive. Like I'm just waiting on other people, or I'm just waiting on it to be a different date. You know? Furry, not fairy. Gotta hit that 10-minute mark for the ad revenue. Listen, if the shoe fits. But no, it's more like I feel like I want to make them almost like 10 to 15 minutes in length, as if they're kind of like really short TV shows, I guess. That's the kind of vibe I want to go for. Like, it's just this one cohesive, but not necessarily coherent string of events that tell some kind of story, perhaps, but not really. Fight a trap? And we've got all these other wacky concepts, like, my friend hosts a house party, like, every couple of months, and each time there's a theme, and, the next theme we've all decided on is Beyblade, so we're gonna have a house party where there's also a Beyblade tournament, and I'm definitely gonna film that, and obviously, like, script a couple of scenes to, like, make it kind of funny. Like that stuff. That seems pretty good. Have you guys seen the clip of the Japanese TV show where there's that guy and he's like naked on the floor and they've got like a Beyblade dome like on his ass, but they've cut a hole in the center where his butthole is, and then they get a Beyblade and they put like a they put this really thin metal rod on the bottom of it, so it's spinning, and then it goes round and it goes in the circle and goes into his asshole. I really want to like recreate that scene. I think that's really funny. I like that a lot. I want to just completely rip that scene off. Obviously, I don't mean actually like rip that scene off. I want to do something similar. I think it's really funny. YouTube would remove it so fast? Not at all. Not at all. Like, I can blur it, and besides, if it's implied nudity, it's fine. Like, I'm not actually gonna show some dude's butthole, but it will be implied. How my farming is. If that's what... I guess they do look like ears, don't they? Oh, fuck. You're gonna hit me mid-roll, beer. Butt blades? Yeah, I just want to do stupid shit. Just want to do stupid real-life skits. And obviously I'm going to Australia soon to see Chad. We're going to record some stuff out there. I've written one skit, but obviously it's just a rough idea. It will need refining when we're there. Make sure I pick that item up. 0 lost Civil War. Yeah, I believe that. Where in Australia are you heading? I actually don't know where he lives. It's wherever he lives. Yeah, Chad's really trying to get into like skits and stuff as well, so I definitely want to do that. Here's the thing though, I don't want to be involved in any fucking drama. There are like so many YouTubers who their whole careers just revolve around beefing off each other. And I don't even want to be slightly included in that immature shit. Do you know what I mean? I need to come up with strategies on how to handle shit when people obviously want to include me in beef. Yeah, maybe I can collab with Markiplier like we were supposed to be. How many we got? 28. 2 more. Why am I losing health? Because I have this hat on. This hat drains your health. I do have a miracle that can just completely nullify it, but there's no point casting it. It just wastes too much time. Well, I can just walk up here. Drama dies if there's no response video. That's exactly it, dude. Drama between YouTubers is lame. I don't know why people try and just like fuck with people they don't fuck with. It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. It's like high school over again. People just like, I don't like this person, so I'm gonna talk shit. And it's like, who cares about your opinion, dude? No one. Unless they're actually a bad person doing bad things. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It makes views go up. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why a lot of them do it. I can't get into that fucking childish mentality of like actually caring about other people online. Like, I would only ever call someone out if I really feel like they deserved it. And not in like a, oh, I don't like them, so I think they deserve it. I mean, like, are they doing actually bad things? Yes or no? And if they are, then yeah. Then I would call them out. But even so, like... I don't know. There's always gonna be fucking lame people who do that shit. Like, if you have to, if your relevancy online, and I hate using that word relevancy, but like, I mean, that's what they would say. Do you know what I mean? If your online relevancy is like determined by how many beefs you're in, then you're not a content creator. You're just a child who's getting in arguments online. Like, you can make videos, but if you're always if the only reason people know your name is because you're always beefing, you're always in drama, you're not a content creator. You're just a fucking high school bitch. You're just one of them bitch girls who's always talking shit. Leafy. The thing that's cringy about Leafy is like he's the epitome of people who don't understand, like, he created a fan base of children who like to be edgy and have a very rudimentary understanding of things. And then so Leafy managed to do all his like cringiest person online. He did one about Danny, and I was like, Danny's not cringy because it's intentional, you fucking idiot. Like, Leafy has no analytical capabilities. He's just he just takes everything at face value because he's a moron. Or on the flip side, he realizes that all of his fans are people who take that shit at face value and are morons, and he doesn't need to go any deeper because he can just say, hey, look at this cringe thing, so cringe. And then all his idiot fans, all these 13-year-olds, oh wow, that is so cringy. Leafy used to tell funny stories about his life, and then it became, hey, look at this cringe thing. Now I don't know what the fuck he does. Doesn't Uber do that? No. Everything Uber does is strategic and self-aware. That guy, people don't give Uber enough credit. People think like, oh, he's just being edgy for the sake of being edgy. No, there is a narrative he's subtly painting. Right, we need one more Concord. Yeah, and those are the people who like really overuse the word like cringe and stuff, and then they completely butcher the meaning. It's the worst. It is the worst. The Hitler stash was very thought out. He spent like 3 weeks growing it out just for that one skit. Uber Danger, he's at that point where it's like, you know how like when Eminem became like mainstream famous, and everyone was like, I don't get it. All he does, like all the ignorant adults were like, he just swears. That's all he does. And so like Eminem made songs where he just like, what was that one song he did where he pretty much just addresses it? I think I have it on iTunes. Big Weenie and Rain Man. Psychological nerve damage to the brain. I don't understand. Why are you being so mean? Yeah, those ones. Like songs like that are just basically songs where he's like talking about, oh, these people just they wanna put me in that one little box and say, oh, he's famous because he swears. And so he's like, all right, you want to say that? Here's what I can do playing your game. I just did a whole song and I didn't say shit.
Dark Souls and Chill.
Hey, Slayer, thank you for the 500 bits, dude. That's it. Welcome to the Dark Souls and Chill. Oh, he did the backstab. So I'm gonna get hit by that. So he like plays up. He plays up to like some people when they get like when people accuse them of a certain thing or they like try and accredit their whole career to this like one gimmick, people react in like two ways. They'll either embrace it and use that to prove their own point that they're not like that, or they will try and shy away from anything to do with anything about that. And Uber's like the other way. Like people are like, oh, he's only famous because he's edgy, and he's like, all right, I'm only famous because I'm edgy. I'm gonna turn edgy up to 11 then, and then you'll really see how edgy it can get. Hey,
And some more for good farming luck.
thank you for the good luck. Bless you. Right, let's see if it paid off. Let's see if your
Hello,
luck
my
paid off.
friends. It is me, the Black Elf. I have
And a
blessed
black
this
elf.
subscriber.
That's where the luck went.
One
No.
day I will
Oh wait, there it
own
is.
this stream.
It did it! Oh my
Black
god!
Elf, away!
We got the last proof of Concord and a black elf sub when you gave me good luck with that bit donation. That's the real deal, my man. God bless. Thank you. Thank you for the luck and thank you for the sub, Aniko. Right, now I can replace these rings. There we go. Thank you very much. That's a rare sub right now. That is a rare sub. Kind of want to listen to that Eminem song now, but it will get my VOD muted. Ah, my VOD. Rare sub. Yeah, I say rare, but it keeps coming up, so I don't know what the deal with that is. Whoa, I didn't input that, by the way. Those spins, that wasn't me. Give me my miracles, beer.
My blade of the dark moon, thy deeds merit great worship.
Thank you.
Yoshka, captain of this company, hereby recognize thy service. This is a wonder of the dark moon,
Thank you.
inherited from my brother, for please. As a shade of Father Gwyn, persevere in thine... I would speak to my brother of this one day. I speak
Yes.
of thee.
Thank you. Alright.
Off so soon, may the... Dear
Sorry, Yoshka. Sorry. I need your chime, though. It's very good. Sorry, Yoshka. There we go. Oh, wait, what? I didn't put it. Sorry, Yoshka, but I needed her chime. Me lucky chimes. Yeah, maybe next time don't have the best chime in the game that's unobtainable without killing you. It's her own fault. I didn't ask her to have the best chime in the game.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Trust no thought. I did nothing wrong. I can bring her back to life, don't you worry. Where's my chime? Me lucky chime. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it's just like a normal one? I've only got one slab. I guess I will use it for the chime though. Can I infuse the chime? No, that's silly. Alright. They're always after me, lucky chimes. Right. This is what we did it. This is why we did it. I guess I get rid of Bountiful Light. Dark Moon Blade. See, I can't use Dark Moon Blade on this though. So I need like a different weapon now. So this is where I need to decide like my next weapon. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go piss out my dick and then we'll decide. Be right back. Hello. What's happening? You summoning the Black Elf? Alright. You guys, it is past 8 o'clock. I said I was going to stream till 8. It's a quarter past 8. So, we'll be back tomorrow. Did I wash my hands? Absolutely. Always and forever. Right. Tomorrow I'll be streaming more Dark Souls. And tomorrow we're going to try something new, okay?
You've got mail.
I've, hey, Versus. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. I did say today was literally just gonna be like the farming. Tomorrow we're gonna try something very special, almost as special as Versus's sub. Thank you for the support, my man. Bless you. Yeah, Boomy Sparsa. It wasn't funny the first time you said it, or the second, which is why I ignored you. He's got holes in his jumper. I got caught in a drive-by. Yeah. Anyway, I have this thing where I really truly believe that like you should leave jokes to the funny people. Alright, I'm out of here. Tomorrow we're going to try Dark Souls Hide and Seek. Okay, I don't know if this has been done before, but I came up with a really good system in my head, and I'll explain it tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good-ass stream. And then we might do more Fight Club tomorrow. But I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Love to you all. Blessings and whatnot. let me play that one song for you guys before I go. Where is that song? Play that one song and then I'm gonna head off. Thank you for watching today and for the bits and those who, you know, the new subs, Aniko versus, you know, the why does this have a dislike? I put it on like.
Got nothing on us. Girls be all on us from back down to the US. We rockin' this. Just confess your girl. If that we